Hi everyone, my name is Kameron, and today I'm back. Oh, this thing's very low. Give me a sec. It's a little too high. It's hunching my back. Whatever, I can do it like this. How can I see you better? So, where was I? Okay, so today I'm doing another book review on the 4-hour work week. And I haven't done a video in a while because I had a summer camp last week, and it's just been very crazy, and I was really busy last week. So I'm going back at it. Last time we left off, we were talking about the deal acronym and some other stuff. I'm not going to go over it. We're going to talk about today, not about the past. So I'm going to go over what we have that is new. So, we're starting off a new chapter that is, it's not a new chapter. It's called the chronology of pathology. We don't care about the name. We start about what's inside of it. So, how am I chin so itchy? It says this book will teach you what he has done to become the following. It's pretty much this is all that's in the book will be how he got where he is, and here's where he is. It's really hard to explain, but here's what he achieved. So he got a Princeton University guest lecturer in high-tech entrepreneurship, first American in history to hold a Guinness World Record in tango, advisor to more than 30 world record holders in professional and Olympic sports, Wired Magazine's greatest self-promoter of 2008, National Chinese kickboxing champion. He's really crazy. Horseback archer in Japan, political asylum researcher and activist, MTV breakdancer in Taiwan, hurling competitor in Ireland, actor in the hit TV series Mainland China and Hong Kong. Wow, this guy does everything. So, first, he is a teacher at Princeton, or a lecturer. He made a Guinness World Record. He was the greatest promoter in 2008. He's a kickboxing champion. He's a horseback archer. He's a political asylum researcher and activist. He's a break dancer. He's a hurling competitor and an actor. So, I guess what this is saying is that if you read this book, you become well-rounded. So, and this is pretty much what he went through. And just to explain that even though how bad your situations are, you can still get out of it. There's still hope in 2020. We still have 6 months of horrible things to happen left. But don't worry, there could be good things happening left. So, this is pretty much his timeline. I'm not sure if it's that important, but it's a pretty big deal about the book. It's kind of talking about how he overcame his bad stuff happened to him. So, one thing, it was starting in 1977. He was born 6 weeks premature and given a 10% chance of living. He survived, and he grew so fat that he can't roll onto his stomach. So what he's saying is that when he was a baby, he was likely going to die. He was pretty fat, so fat he couldn't roll over, and his okay, I don't have COVID-19. Okay, his mother calls him tuna fish because he's so big. 1983, he nearly failed kindergarten. I'm not sure how that's possible, but this proves that you don't need to have a good education or go to kindergarten or to achieve great things. Because he refused to learn the alphabet. And he didn't want to learn it because he said that I'm the teacher and I shouldn't be taught. So that is a very smart baby. He refused to learn the alphabet because the baby says he wanted to be the teacher, not be taught. So that is actually very good thinking. So I don't know how he thought that when he was a baby. I just did the alphabet just because I was kind of forced to, but he didn't really budge. In 1993, he volunteered and in Japan, where he kind of worked for free. So, yeah, he worked for experience, not for money. 1996, he was around I'm not even willing to deal with math anymore. I haven't done schooling in like a few months, so I'm kind of forgetting stuff, but I'm not willing to take the time out of this video just to do that. So, well, he managed to slip into Princeton, and in 1997 he became a millionaire after creating an audiobook called How I Beat the Ivy League, used all my money from summer 3 jobs to manufacture 500 tapes. So meaning, the book, the audio was called How I Beat the Ivy League, and he sold a lot of like 500 tapes, and he's made a lot of money off that, and that's how it became his first steps in a millionaire. So, this is just a little bit left. I'm gonna skip the stuff that we don't really need. So I'm just gonna summarize some. He was like a kickboxer or whatever, and he didn't want to. He gave up on academics because he committed academic suicide, meaning he just pretty much just gave up on school. And in 1993, he quit jobs. He accepted and quit a lot of his jobs. Fall 2020. Why did I say 2020? Fall 2000. Let's see. He returned to Princeton, and his friend sells a company for a bunch of money. And spring 2001. It's not that important. I'm not sure if it makes any sense. Fall 2001, he finds out that he's the second lowest paid person in his company. And 2002, 2003, his company is taken off, and he was teaching Princeton students how to build success in companies. And 2004, let's see. People started to buy his business ideas, I'm pretty sure. It's called Brain Quicken. And June 2004, not that was June 2004 earlier, June 2004, is that, let's see. I'm not even sure what it means. July 2004, 2005, don't worry, it's just 2 more paragraphs, still summarizing it. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, nothing there is important. So, going on to, I'm not sure if it's a chapter or it's a quarter, whatever it is, it's step 1, D is for definition. And you're probably confused if you haven't heard my other video. It was pretty much an acronym for deal. I'm just going to repeat it because you pretty much need to know it. D is for definition, E is for elimination, A is for automation, L is for liberation. So, now we're going on to step D. Alright, so, wait a second. Alright. So this, let's just get started a little better. Apples to oranges, a comparison. Apples to oranges pretty much means difference between the D and the NR. D is the deferrers who believe that saving to the end is the best. But by the time it's the end, you're pretty much already dead, and you didn't even spend the money you worked all your life for. So, and then you have the new rich, which is pretty much self-explanatory, just people who became successful. And so, deferrers is the people you do not want to be. And first thing you need to know is the thought process of each of them. So, the deferrers is to work for yourself because it's easy and you go to school for that. But to be honest with you, if you're going through all that school, why would you want to work for somebody? You might as well do something good for that schooling. And so what the deferrers thing is to work for yourself. For yourself. The new rich is to have others work for you. You don't do your own work, you have others do work for you. The deferrer, I should call it D and NR. The D is to work when you want to, and NR is to prevent work for work's sake and do the minimum necessary for maximum effect, which is pretty much the minimum effective load. So what this means is that the D, they just work all the time, or they only work when they feel like working. And new rich, or NR, work less but more efficiently. I'm going to explain that later. It's just smarter, not harder, but but it's not really relevant, but kind of is. So, deferrers, now it's starting to get pretty deep. I usually think about this, and time to think about it, you have to be able to think a lot deeper. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of people here are thinking to retire early or young would be great. That does sound good. that does sound good though. But the new riches say to distribute recovery periods and adventures, which is mini retirements, meaning you take vacations every once in a while, throughout your life on a regular basis, and recognize that inactivity isn't the goal. You don't stop. And doing that which excites you is. So, which means the D hates their job and they really themselves cool down from overheating a little, and they could just keep going because the deferrers they get weaker over time, and the new rich or the NR get stronger over time because they don't give up when they don't have much time left on the same eye. So the deferrers, the purpose of money is to buy all the things you want to have. The new rich, I really thought of that too. I'm still kind of thinking about it, to buy all the things you want to have. New rich is to be able to do all the things you want to do and be all the things you want to be. So, this could include tools and gadgets. So, which means that the deferrers, they're working for items. The new rich is working for freedom and the ability to use those items. So, which pretty much means that you just need to know your purpose, and if you have a better purpose, then you pretty much just have better motivation. Now, the next one really got me. I thought, think outside the box, you won't have others work for you. So, the deferrers that think they're smart say to be the boss instead of the employee and be in charge. Now, that's exactly what I was thinking. Now, I'm completely wrong. You don't want to be the boss or the employee. The new rich says, I don't want to be the boss nor the employee, but I want to be the owner. I want to be the CEO. I want to own the train track, not ride on the train track. So, what this means is that you just have to have a bigger purpose of things. Now, you have to have bigger goals. So, the deferrer's goals is to be the boss, the employee, the manager, sometimes the employee, director, whatever it is. But the new rich, of course, they got where they are because they became the owner. Who makes more money and who's happier, who has more freedom, and who has people working for them? The owner. The manager is still working for someone. Yes, you're working. People do work for you, but you're working for the owner. And the owner is not working for anybody. If anything, they're doing it for their own good and their happiness. So, first, it's just to, what they want is to make a ton of money. The new rich know what they want to do with that money. It says to make a ton of money with specific reasons and work for your goals, and you have to know what you are working for. So, nobody exactly wants to just make a ton of money. The deferrers, they're like, I make a ton of money, and what am I going to do with the money? Save it and probably never ever spend it. And then you pass it on to your children who probably either burn it all or save that money. So, but new rich, they just have a purpose of money, not just to have it. And so, the deferrers, they just want more. Now, just to keep you up, we're comparing apples to oranges, which is different in how they compare and contrast. So, the deferrers just want more. Okay, this is going to be very long for the new rich, so I'm just going to summarize it. Meaning, you just want to have more quality and less bad stuff happen to you. You want to just, you just want to be happy and do good things and not be drunk on the weekend and, so the deferrers, they just kind of do whatever they want on the weekends. They're like, I'm just gonna get drunk. And they just pass out for the rest of the weekend. And hey, why not weekend over days? But my phone's about to turn on. So, but the new rich, they they don't really do that. They want quality, and they just want happiness, and just to have a reason to exist. So, let's see. This is another big one. And their purpose, if they do have a purpose, it would be to reach the big payoff, meaning I want to be very filthy rich, whether retirement or a pot of gold. Pot of gold meaning, I mean, you don't just have a pot of gold, you probably saved your gold to get in a pot. So, the purpose is to, for the deferrers is to save money, and, where was I just at? Okay, they put it towards retirement and saving the money. However, you don't need to save if you're new rich. Meaning, you have to think big, but ensure payday comes every day, which means cash flow. You don't need to save if you have cash flow, because it's just always going to be there, and you don't need to save. Then, let's see. The deferrers is the purpose of, if they do have a purpose of freedom, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people just want freedom, money, whatever. You just want to have a bigger purpose than just freedom. And I know freedom is already a pretty big purpose. So the deferrers are saying to have freedom to not do what you dislike. The new rich is, yes, I want to have freedom to do what to prevent from doing you dislike, but also the freedom to pursue your dreams without reverting.